do a roll call to make sure we have quorum.
We have a quorum. Yeah. So I am just going to call out people who I don't have signs in, so we can move it along. Aria Carluccia. Angelo Kakuza. Larry He. Heiwen Huang. Yin Ko. Chipor Lee. Donna Lau. Gabriela Lopez. Judy Manafa. Georgette Neglia. Al Malone. Mohammed Nobi. Wang Quang Ruan. Sari Seton. Winston Tran. Ray Wang. Robert Whitaker. Cheng Hui Yi. Okay. You can just double check me. I believe we have 23, which is quorum. Yes. You don't have 24?
15, 16. Just exact.
23 on the head.
We just made it with 23. Exactly is what we needed. Could everyone please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the republic. Thank you.
So Lori, could we have the phone because we have this.
I can't.
We're going to move quick.
Okay, so first we're going to open up with our public portion. Do we have anyone here from the public who would like to speak? Come on up. 2 minutes.
Good evening. My name's Carmine LaMonaco. I'm from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, and my gripe is we have peddlers that are setting up tents on 18th Avenue, Utrecht Avenue. It's starting to look like Roosevelt Avenue, and if we don't watch it, it's going to turn into Roosevelt Avenue. I'm sure everybody's familiar with what's going on Roosevelt Avenue. If we let our guard down, this is going to keep happening. Now, I'm a retired New York City cop. I worked in the 84th Precinct, Borum Hill, and Fulton Street. This would have never been allowed. We had a peddler squad in the NYPD. I don't know who handles this now, if it's sanitation, the NYPD, but they have to be removed. I have pictures that I took on my way here of people with tents set up in front of Walgreens on 18th Avenue. If you can't make it here in New York City, then go somewhere else. But there are people paying rent and paying taxes that have businesses, and you got people outside selling food. This has got to stop. And I'm going to make a lot of noise, and I want the people start complaining. They should not be on our streets setting up tents and selling food and merchandise. Now, Steve, can I ask you a question? Is the NYPD responsible for this? No. It went to sanitation. So
We don't do any cross.
I want to thank you guys, because when I call 311 for the cars, the illegally parked cars, you guys are right there. They're fantastic with the 311 response. But sanitation, when you call them up for peddlers, I think it falls under sanitation. They say, well, you'll hear from us in 7 days. I don't have 7 days. I want them removed in a couple of hours. Thank you. Have a great, and please excuse me because it's starting to ruin the quality of life where I live. And I've lived here since 1961.
Do I have anybody else from the public?
We don't want it either.
Thank you.
Justin?
I know you don't. Help me, Marty. This poor woman's ears are bleeding.
Hi everybody, my name is Justin. I'm here from Councilman David Carr's office. So I just wanted to let you know, for those of you who live around the Diker Beach Park area, so both Councilman Carr and Captain DeSaro of the 6A precinct reached out to the Patrol Bureau to request the Community Link program. So the Community Link program was an effort between the 6A precinct, the Patrol Bureau, Brooklyn South, and Sanitation. And so with the Community Link program, we were able to tow about 37 of those semi-trucks in one night last Tuesday. They were all around the outside of the park. I just drove by. I think I saw one, so they're pretty persistent, but so are we, and we're going to keep up with this. So we hope to have more programs in the district. We're going to keep on top of this. I know one time, we got a lot of them out of there, so hopefully that sends the message. But if they do return, you can be sure that we're gonna keep pushing on this. So I just wanted to let you know we got some big progress with that. So that's all. Also, one more thing. Thank you. I say this every time, but again, we do cleanups, both graffiti, overgrowth, and litter. So if you know specific areas, please come up to me later and let me know. We're not gonna have a lot of overgrowth now. It's getting cold out, so if you do see any graffiti or any litter, again, let me know if it's really piling up in any area. We'll come clean it. Thanks. Thank you.
Do I have anybody else from the public?
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
By the way, there's apple juice over there if you want some. Please help yourself.
Okay, good evening. My name is Tamby John. I'm the branch manager for the New York Library. Also here on behalf of the Highlawn location. BPL would like everyone to know that teens are taking over 10 BPL branches this fall across the borough, and it's called Teen Takeovers. Services for older adults would like to remind everyone that's 55 and over that we provide books by mail, creative aging programs and workshops, and technology for all programs. We also are offering Brainy Babies for the month of November. At New Utrecht, we are currently doing Cantonese English for Brainy Babies. Couple of programs note, we're doing a student loan workshop at New Utrecht on November 21st from 4 to 5 p.m. It's for teens, so please let our teenagers know about that. We're also doing College of the University of New York, College of Staten Island. They're doing workshops, Better Business Development workshops, and we have one planned for November 21st from 10 a.m. to noon. We also are offering free e-waste collection event. That will be on the November 23rd from 11 to 2 p.m. So that's being sponsored by the Department of Sanitation. So all those electronics you're trying to get rid of, please just bring them to the branch on the 23rd. So your printers, your computers, your fax machines, your TVs, bring them on in. They'll take care of it from there. And then the Highlawn branch would like to mention that they have on November 19th, they are hosting a photography exhibition, Willits Point on borrowed time, photographs by Bonita Lee. And one last, chess workshops, also at Highlawn on Mondays from 4 to 5 p.m. Anything further, brooklynlibrary.org.
Thank you.
So I'd like to say something about an event I went to yesterday. No, that's why I'm asking. Later.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marco Arrico. I'm here as a representative for Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. Nothing new from us. Thank you. Nothing new from us. We just wanted to let you know that our office is on 77th Street and 3rd Avenue. If you would like, you can come see me in the back afterwards for our phone number or any other information, and we can help you out with any federal issues, whether it be immigration or taxes or anything that has to do with the federal agency. So please don't hesitate to contact us, and we would love to help you guys. Thank you.
Come on up.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Wincy. I'm a community advocate in Councilmember Alexa Aviles' office. Today, we concluded our mobile office hours for this year at both McKinley Library and at Il Centro FIO. We'll resume office hours at both locations again in January to better serve our constituents in Bensonhurst, Bath Beach, and Dyker Heights. As always, you can always find us at our district office at 4417 4th Ave at 45th Street, and we're open Monday through Thursday. There are flyers up here for your reference, and we wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks.
Thank you. Do I have anybody else from the public? Anyone else from the public? Did Deputy Inspector want to? I can't see the.
He's coming.
Oh, he's coming.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Deputy Inspector Lau over at the 6-2 Precinct. And I just wanted everybody to know that next Tuesday we'll be having our community council meeting. And there we'll be able to speak about different crime trends. So I invite everybody to attend. We give out a lot of valuable information about what's going on and how we can help prevent that. So that's next Tuesday, 7 o'clock at the 6-2 Precinct. All is welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Deputy Inspector and for Community Affairs for being here. Do I have anyone else from the public? Going once, going twice. Can we have a motion to close public? Second, all in favor? Abstentions? No. Okay. All right, so next we need to do is we have to adopt the minutes from the September 12th meeting. Monty found one thing that was omitted, and that the minutes need to be amended to reflect Andrew Wins's absence. So with that edit, do I have any other edits? Any other comments? No. Okay, motion? Second? Any, all in favor? Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, moving right along. All right, so my report, hello everybody, thank you for coming out tonight. I'm glad we got a quorum. We didn't have quorum at our October 15th meeting, so we had to have an executive committee meeting on October 15th for the October 12th meeting. And there was a few things that we approved. One was for fiscal year 26, the capital and expense budget recommendations were approved, and also we had 3 dining out New York City applications. One of them was for a sidewalk cafe for Cairo Cafe at 1932 Bath Avenue, and the second one was for New Runes Restaurant, 1955 86th Street. Both of that was recommended for approval. There was also one for a roadway cafe for New 1955 86th Street, and that one the committee did deny, and that's due to all the congested conditions that are on 86th Street, such as all the truck traffic, and there's loading and unloading that goes on, and the bus traffic. So the committee did deny that one, and we had to get it in because there was a deadline. So as I've mentioned before, and I sound like a broken record, thank you for the members who are here, and thank you who come out every month, but it's really important that members do come up, because we can only conduct business when we have a quorum, which is half of the membership plus 1. So like tonight's number, the magic number was 23. The New York City Charter authorizes the board to remove an appointed member for cause, which includes substantial non-attendance at board or committee meetings over a period of 6 months. We sent a letter to Winton Tran, who has not attended a board meeting since November 2023. The letter asked if his circumstances have changed since his appointment, if there's anything he wanted to tell us. We have not received any response. So, at this point, I would like to make a motion to remove Winton Tran for cause. Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Any nay? Any abstentions? Okay. Also, going forward, our district manager, Marnie, is going to send letters to members who were appointed and have never attended a meeting. We have members that were put on for this new term, and we have never seen them, we've never heard from them. So she is sending letters to ask them if their circumstances have changed. Do they want to, stay on? Do they plan on coming? Or do they want to resign before we have to remove them? Okay, last that came in is that the board received a request for a letter of support from Healthcare Choice, which is at 6209 16th Avenue. They're seeking a grant to continue as a federally qualified health center. They provide services such as medical, dental, specialty health care for those who lack care. Some of you may remember, this is the group that comes out and does the Narcon training for us. Yeah, it's the same group. So they're asking for a letter of support from us. So I need to know if is any discussion on this before question. A letter of support that they're going for a grant, a federal grant, to continue doing their business. So can I have a motion for a letter of support for Healthcare Choices? Second? Okay, all in favor? Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, moving right along. It is now our district manager's report.
Not yet. Thank you. The district office has received multiple requests from residents in the area of 75th Street between 20th Avenue and Bay Parkway regarding the new set-out times for garbage collection. The area is home to many Sabbath observers, and they cannot place their garbage curbside on Friday evening after 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. during the winter months. So they have requested a change in the collection day so they can be compliant with the new law. I'd like to, if the board agrees, to send a letter to sanitation to determine if they can change that collection schedule so that the residents in that area can put out their garbage and not leave it sitting, which I think will cause more of an issue of a buildup and rodent problem. So they brought this to me before last month's meeting, but we couldn't act because we didn't have a quorum, and I just wanted to bring it to see if there was any concerns.
I think that's going to be a very hard thing to do.
It may be, but I need to support those residents. We're not talking about 5 residents. We have a heavily Orthodox area there and quite a few synagogues comply, and they would like to. Yeah, but we can send a letter and just move it along if their garbage collection day section is Friday, Saturday morning, so they would have to put it out Friday evening. And during the winter months, you know, we get down to 35. So, right. Correct. Correct.
I think it'll be very hard for them to do it. You know, I'm a retired sanitation worker, and they're not going to make a flight out of it. You know, unless they get this special, they would have to put on a different crew. They would have to change the shift in that particular garage that's handling that area. So they can. I'm not saying they can't, but it'll be a union problem because now you're bringing guys on a different shift level. They have three full shifts. Now you're going to have to break that shift and ask for volunteers to see first if they want to go on that shift.
All of this, all of the stuff that can't be done is because they can't come out of the house and do the garbage.
Correct.
They can't touch the garbage. They can't bring it out to the curb. Exactly. And if you put it out too early, they're going to get summonses because it's out too early.
Correct.
So again, that's a special. They can do it. They had.
Well, they have to look at a way to remedy it.
They can. They have to get involved with the union then. Because now you're bringing the shift.
Possibly, they contract a small business to take it out for them. I'm not, shameless plug, but
I don't know. I mean, I can't tell. Yes.
I do that all the time.
Listen, we receive.
I think it's up to the sanitation, and I think we should send a letter.
I agree.
Is there a
I
fear
would
that
agree with it. The letter would be to offer any reasonable accommodation.
Of course. Of course. So Roy's moving it, you're seconding? Wait. Can you come up to the microphone because people watching?
because if you do it for one, then you might have to do it for everyone else.
But it's a religious observance. I don't know that other groups have that issue.
Just thinking about now going into the winter season when
when sanitation switches to their shifts, how is that going to work out? If that's, how they split a night shift and a day shift for snow operations? They go to snow when they go that. How is that going to work out? If that's, we're asking them to do that. How is, that's why we have to look into this more often.
So the night shifts, the snowplow shift, would mean that your garbage must be out by midnight the night before.
Has any other community district or synagogue in any other community district done this?
Yes. Yes. I don't know if they've received approvals, but I know that they have run into this issue within communities that have observant Jews.
They'll do it. They'll definitely do it. Only thing, like you said, you just have to get in touch with them and it'll happen. It'll be the local district that covers that area. We'll say, okay, we're gonna put 12 guys on a mid-afternoon shift, whatever the shift is gonna be. So now we get them out of the union, because the union's gonna tell you, I wanna break the shift. There's 3 shifts that's gonna happen, now you're starting chaos in there. Then it becomes a volunteer basis. If you don't have enough of volunteer, by seniority, you're gonna force the guy that doesn't wanna go on that shift. It becomes a union problem.
So because this is board business, I can't recognize people from the public, but Sawyer from Assemblyman Chang's office, who lives near Borough Park, told me that it's done, Community Board 12 on it, and it does happen in Borough Park. No, I'm not, no, I'm just telling you what she said because she didn't speak at this time. So she just told me that CB12 has done it, and it's done in Borough Park. That's just the information that she had.
I don't know if there's a need. I couldn't.
That was just an example.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at, which is, I think Claudio raises a fair point, and also a few others raised a fair point, which is that if we start making exceptions for one specific institution, not just one synagogue or 2 synagogues, then are we going to do it? And so then what we said before about
It could happen.
Right, and it becomes a union problem.
99 point of the time.
Well,
it's
it
gonna
was
be
a
a problem.
congregation
And it's gonna happen.
and
Because
people.
that little area, maybe it'll take 3 trucks, 6 guys, and it'll be done. Just for that little bit, and maybe you're gonna get some guys, listen, that's a good shift for me. I get home to my kids early, whatever. So it does happen in other locations. Happens up in the Bronx, because they have a big Jewish area up there. It could happen, and it's easy for this board to do that. Like they just said, it's 12 is already doing it, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, I think our role is to support to respond to the community's constituents' requests, right? So I think we should send a letter, sanitation, and ask for their consideration. And is it approved or not is up to them. At least we did our job.
I have a motion.
So that's the motion.
No, I have.
You have the motion.
Discussion.
All right, what's the motion?
So I'm going to take a vote now on whose motion to send a letter. Do I have any nays? Do I have any abstentions? It'll be up to them.
Thank you. I'll get that out. It has come to my attention that our neighboring Community Board 13 in Coney Island is looking for a new site for their sanitation garage. And they have offered to the city a recommendation for Shaw Parkway and Bay 41st in that lot there. And I have some concerns. First and foremost, the Department of Environmental Conservation recently released data from the Community Air Monitoring Initiative, which shows this area has a particulate matter that is much higher than other areas in the district. The level of nitrogen dioxide is very high. There's a 41% elevation above typical values in the study area. And the location is within census tracts that are designated as disadvantaged communities as it relates to environmental burdens and climate change risks, as well as population characteristics and health vulnerabilities. Secondly, We have done our fair share with garbage. We have the MTS that services community districts 11, 12, 13, and 15. We have the Elmer Park Depot. Cropsey Avenue is a major truck route. And I just want to, I think we should contact both Community Board 13 and the Department of Sanitation to say, no more.
I think it's also a hazard on the Shore Parkway with the current conditions that are there now. You're going to be increasing traffic there as well.
Well, there's a whole host of issues. This was just the immediate, and I really didn't want it to go too far before we initially addressed it to send a letter saying that find another spot in your own district. There is on the 27th Avenue side, on their side. So I just wanted to bring those concerns to the board. Well, that's the board's decision. I mean, if you wanted to go to committee first, that's fine too. That we're overburdened with truck traffic and garbage trucks, that we don't need to host another garage within that district there. I can't tell you that. I can't speak for them.
They probably don't have nothing in that site that they can put that. No, but I'm just saying that's why they're reaching out to us, but I think Marty's 100% right. We have enough.
If I'm not mistaken, that location is right off of Neptune Avenue. Again, another major thoroughfare. We said they could also, they had one, or that's the one they're trying to relocate.
Yes.
It used to be off of Neptune Avenue, and that's, why, again, why should we have to, I mean, never mind the fact that we got whatever that study is coming on Tuesday. You know what, no, tell them no, just simply say you can't.
Well, I think maybe you may want to consider sending a letter that we have environmental concerns and we feel that we did our fair share. They should continue looking at alternative locations before the city even takes a hard look. I just don't want it to get to the point where we go to site selection and go through this process. Carbon dioxide. Oh, nitrogen dioxide. My apologies. In that area. Uh-huh. Yeah, you have the Belt Parkway, you have the truck routes, you have the bus depot, and the Marine Transfer Station. The Gill.
The biggest thing is too, you have the sanitation garage right there.
You put me on Zen. I have a question too, because how soon do they need an answer? I think, oh. I'd also want to investigate further because I guess I'm on that committee, which today I know. So we need to figure out, why do we have such a high percentage of those chemicals, or what you said was nitrogen oxide? What's going on? I'd like to know. Okay.
Since this is something we're probably going to be dealing with, we want to be, you know what?
Yes. Absolutely. We can get that out. We can review that as a committee.
Yeah, no, I agree that we should just tell them we have enough, but we also want to clean up anything that, which I just am surprised. We have to clean up our environment. If that's the case, we have to do something about those fumes or whatever it is, the emissions that it's causing that, because it's going to be our health.
Before we get to that, wait, do we want to do a motion tonight about this? What Marnie's asking us. Okay, so can I have a motion? Making a motion that Marnie could express. Okay, do I have a second?
Absolutely.
All in favor? Any nays? Any abstention? Okay, so Marnie, you can tell them. And then the committees can get together and go over the report.
Of course. In June 11th, 2009, The board adopted a resolution calling upon the Transit Authority to fence and maintain their property on Bay Parkway and 66th Street. You know, that triangular property? I'm pleased to announce that after 15 years, they have advised our office that they have placed barriers around their property to prevent illegal parking and dumping. 15 years it took, but I wanted to share that tidbit. The Department of Transportation responded to our FOIL request regarding the 17th Avenue bridge delays. We received back a couple of weeks ago a memo with how they do it is they put in a partial exceptional extension of contract time. So basically the delays were granted due to field issues, fabrication issues, and design changes due to field changes and the approval process. So there were just a whole bunch of issues. I can't really glean out because the 17th Avenue and the 27th Avenue Bridge are combined as one contract. But based upon the last request for approval of partial time extension dated May 24th of 2024, the contract is expected to be completed in March 2025. We're sticking to that date. Write it down, Robert, because in March, you're going to bring it up at the April meeting, please.
At precisely 7:06. That to me sounds like just, well, we'll give you this answer, this answer, this answer.
No. These were the engineering reports. They weren't to us. They copied us on the request for the extension of time and the grant of the additional calendar days. We recently received a 30-day notice that an application will be filed for an on-premises liquor license for a bar located at 7210 New Utrecht Avenue. I believe that this location, from my knowledge and measuring, falls within the 200 rule that prohibits liquor licenses from being issued within 200 feet from a school. So in this case, the school is located at 7120 New Utrecht Avenue. And the building is being exclusively used as a school. So I would like to send a letter to the Liquor Authority. No, 7210 and 7120. It's inverted. Or maybe my, yeah. It's five storefronts away. It's the old Green Point. Saving, no, I don't. Robert? Second? Thank you. And then very quickly, thank you for your patience, the Sanitation Environment Committee was invited to attend a CB10 informational committee meeting where we heard a presentation on an area-wide green infrastructure project in the Owl's Head sewer shed. The project will reduce combined sewer overflows into Gravesend Bay very quickly. That just means that our stormwater and sewage use the same pipes. When it gets overloaded in a storm, the rainwater goes out to Gravesend Bay with sewage. So they will be using, the project will be using permeable pavement in the form of precast concrete panels that will be installed in the street next to the curb. Within both CB 10 and 11, there will be 177 street segments that are included in the project, which is currently in the design phase. And they expect a final design in December 2026 and construction to begin in October 2027. And I will provide updates as they become available.
Thank you, Marnie. Does anyone have any new business?
Majority is all us.
Is that going to fix our sewage issues with the smell or that? Is that? No. I'm telling you. If they're doing that, they have any snow trouble.
Not yet. What other new business do we have? Anyone? Excuse me? An officer report?
Yeah, those are in the bylaws. We give officer reports. So you might be asking me a question. I got to answer with the microphone, though. Okay, is this thing on? There we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
There we go. No, I just had. So, as the secretary, I did make a report here that I have been in contact with at least one, possibly two of our members on their absences and checking in on them and everything like that. I believe that they're on extended vacations or business trips, but I will check in and brief you later privately. I'm not going to give their business out to the public. And so that's one. Two, I think I owe everybody an explanation on my own absence from September in the minutes. I mean, we just corrected the minutes on that, so I'd love to explain that. That was just. I'll take a present. I'll take a present whenever you give me one. But I think at the same time, I do, as your secretary, I owe you an explanation on why I was unfortunately unable to attend the September and October meetings due to a period of significant personal hardship. During this time, I experienced housing instability, which I resulted in a temporary period of homelessness and a subsequent stay in a healthcare facility. I am doing my best to address these challenges, and I continue my work, and I truly appreciate your understanding, as well as the support and compassion that can be extended during this time. But currently, I want to say that I am staying in a homeless shelter myself, which gives me a first-hand understanding of the conditions and challenges that accompany such facilities. And given that a homeless shelter is now planned to be open just blocks away from us here, I believe it is crucial for us to evaluate the impact on our community and the services it will bring. Year, while serving as chair of the site screening committee, and before a homeless shelter was announced by City Hall, I proactively reached out to our team to request a meeting of the site screening committee at assessing potential sites for homeless shelters within our area, so we would be ready for this year's announcement from City Hall. Unfortunately, I was advised that possibly hosting that meeting last year wasn't the best timing, and so right now, with the shelter being placed in our district, as of right, they say, benefit of the community board input, and I am no longer the chairperson overseeing the site screening committee. I would like to make a motion to hold a site screening committee meeting. The purpose of this meeting would be to evaluate the sustainability of locations within our community for future shelter placements and to ensure that the community's voice is taken into consideration. As I've said, the site screening committee's job is to figure out what is the perfect site or possibly issues with a site before it goes to an actual decision-making process. And as I said, City Hall, under the zoning laws, has found a location within our district that is as of right. But they're all as of right. Well, it depends on which ones we have. If they're, I think, certain ones have to go through a community board process and certain ones. So that's kind of the point I'm trying to make here, which is this is as of right, but we've seen how long? 6 months worth of protests? Right. I just wanted to see, we've written a lot of letters here from the community board, and I would love a site screening committee meeting. So in accordance with Robert's Rules of Orders, I move that the site screening committee hold a meeting at the earliest possible opportunity to review the placement and impact of homeless shelters in our district, ensuring that community input is actively incorporated into this process. Madam Chair, please recognize this motion, and I ask that anyone second the motion. I made the motion. Robert seconded. Five. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5. We're gonna need affirmative nays.
You want that?
Hands are up. Your hands, if you're not on the board, put your hands down. So,
Wanna talk
only
about
on the board. I need to know who is nay.
I understand.
Hands up.
I understand. That's why I wanted
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So-
Any abstentions? Millie's an abstention. Abstention 2.
It's unfortunate that's failed, that motion. It's unfortunate failed. I think community board input would be very important to see after we've had 6 months of protests in the community to see if that is actually the best place to put a homeless shelter. And as I've said, possibly better places to put the homeless shelter and possible other zoning, for instance, industrial zoning on the outskirts of the district. I mean, but, you know, the discussion was for.
Gotcha. Okay. Do I have any other new business? New business. Okay, any old business?
Hi, good evening. We had a Chinese and English class at IS 96 Avenue P and West 13th Street, Saturday from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, every Saturday. Anybody want to learn Chinese and English, please come to the school every Saturday, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. The class all free. You don't have to pay anything. Please come to see me. Thank you. IS 96. Thank you.
Would you like to say a few words that you came in?
Hello. Happy November to everybody. I'm Kalman Yeager. You may know me. I'm a non-voting member of the board. That's why I didn't raise my hand. For the last 7 years, I've had the great privilege of representing the 44th Council District, which is a great neighborhood and includes a number of great neighborhoods, Borough Park, Midwood, a little bit of Bensonhurst, a little bit of Gravesend, and in the last redistricting, they stole all of my Bensonhurst away from me, which you know I'm very upset about. I heard you talking about the sanitation issues in the 80s, and that was the stuff that Marnie and I would have partnered on. She has been an incredible district manager. You're very lucky that you have her. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is that the people in Midwood, Sheepshead Bay, East Flatbush, and a little bit of Marine Park are going to have a new assemblyman on January 1st. The bad news is that I'm leaving you. I'm leaving at the end of this year. I'm not going to be your councilman anymore. That's okay. Hold your applause. So I wanted to come and, you know, I'm very different. For those of you who know me, some of you don't, I'm a little different than most politicians. I don't believe that every time there's a microphone, I got to grab the microphone and speak. That's why you stuck with me for a little bit now. But I also want to do a little bit of a goodbye. And I don't want to leave you without actually leaving you. This community board been a just really incredible part of the work that I've done. I was on a community board for 18 years before I was elected to the city council. I started when I was 3 years old, and this is really where it happens. You know, Marnie, all my district managers, I have 4 of them, they've been really incredible. Marnie has been such a great partner. The chair has been incredible. Bill was incredible when he was chair. It's just really, it's a good board. It's a good neighborhood. And that's why I've put so much time into fighting for our smaller neighborhoods that we're just trying to keep intact. The city of mess, you know, our various sanitation things, towing the derelict cars, all the stuff, the nitty gritty that just makes you look up and say, what are we doing in New York? And be a common sense council member. I founded a common sense caucus of Democrats and Republicans who work together to try to find solutions, to try to find the middle road, to try to find the ways to keep our city moving forward, and to try to stand up to the nut jobs in which I serve, in which I'm sure if you read the newspapers, you know there are plenty of them. So I try to leave you a little better than I found you. I don't know if I've accomplished that, but this board has really been incredible. I have a lot of good friends here. A lot of good allies. Hello, I haven't seen you in a while. You're still writing, right? Okay, good. Don't write this down. The part about the maniacs. But the privilege and honor of representing even just a couple of blocks of Board 11 has been really incredible to me. These are neighborhoods that I love. I walk the blocks. I know every corner. You know that. And I'm going to miss it. but I didn't just want to disappear off your roster and you forget about me. So now you get to remember me fondly or not. I was here and soon I'll be gone, but thank you very much. I wish you all very happy Thanksgiving, wonderful, wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, however you celebrate, whatever you do, and a great 2025 ahead of us. I think it will be. So let's thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. And thank you for indulging me at the end of the meeting. I did watch it as I was driving over, so I do have that excuse. But thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming tonight. We'll miss you.
Yes.
We will miss you. Motion to close. Claudio's making a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? All in favor? Any nays? Thank you all.